The Genshin Impact community has to be the most parasocial community I've ever. Like, this community is filled with a bunch of parasocial retards. This is beyond sad. All right, this is beyond sad. And I told you guys, the developers adding a mail search function. There's people who are going to defend this shit. There's people who are definitely going to defend this. And look, HoYoLab is literally defending. Like, these people in HoYoLab are defending it. They're actually glazing the mail search function. What did I tell y'all? I'm telling you guys, this community is filled with a bunch of children. Like, at this point, I feel like majority of the community, majority of the Genshin Impact community is kids who are like 10 to 13, 10 and up, 10 to 13, and that's it. They're kids. If you are reading this dev note and you're sitting back like, okay, I'm excited for this because I can now search for birthday mail from a character back in 2022. I can finally look for Ayaka's birthday mail. You are a parasocial fucking moron. You need to go outside and touch grass. The fact that you are so excited over a search function, mail, this is what you're excited about. And we come over here to the replies. Look at this. Look at the replies over here, and look how many people like these replies. Absolutely insane, bro. Look at this. Wanting to find a mail from a favorite character while not going through wikis all the time is pretty nice. And skipping the story even if unvoiced. Never wanted to do it, so that sounds like you have a skill issue. So now, not reading birthday mail is now skill issue. This community is cooked. This community is cooked. It's cooked. The Genshin Impact community is cooked. What is going on? It's like, did you guys lose your, like, did you guys forget your brain back in COVID? Like, did you just leave your brain in COVID and that's it? Like, y'all left your brain there and now you guys don't even have a brain cell. Like, you guys don't have a brain at all. You guys have no neurons, no brain cells. Because this is absolutely pathetic. I have never seen something like this in the gaming community ever, bro. There are so many brain dead gaming communities out there. There's so many brain dead people out there. But this is peak stupidity. This is peak parasocial, bro. Peak parasocial. It's like, at this point, I'm starting to believe that these people, the reason why they're so attached to birthday mail and these fictional characters is because in real life, they never received birthday mail before. They never received a happy birthday mail. Somebody sending them a letter saying, hey, happy birthday. So therefore, they when they read it in the game, it makes them feel some type of way because it feels like, you know, they're the ones receiving the birthday mail from the character. It's absolutely pathetic, man. It really is. Like, these people are mentally ill, and I stand on that. It might sound harsh, but I don't give a fuck anymore. These people are mentally ill, and this is concerning. If you are excited to read birthday mail for 30 minutes or an hour, if you're excited for that, there is something seriously wrong with you, man. There is literally something wrong with you. Like, this is absolutely insane. The fact that people are actually defending this, saying that they're glad that there's a birthday mail function. And I want to point out a hypocrisy in the community. If you guys didn't see my community post, I talked about this, but the hypocrisy in the Genshin community is remarkable because, remember guys, these are the same people who are saying, oh, we don't really need artifact loadouts because it's, you know, unnecessary and it's useless. We don't need artifact loadouts because, you know, you can just put the best in slot piece artifact set on that character and just move on with their life. You don't need, you know, artifact loadouts. It's unnecessary. And when they say that the game doesn't need a skip button, they're like, well, the game doesn't need a skip button because the game is, it's a story game. It's a story focused game, and if you skip the story, then you're pretty much, you know, skipping the entire game. Like, why even play Genshin Impact if you're skipping the story, right? That's their argument. They're pretty much saying that the skip button is unnecessary, artifact loadouts are unnecessary. Meanwhile, you have a mail search function. What's their response to that? Yay! We got search for mail. The hypocrisy in this community is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. So a skip button, artifact loadouts, more resin, removing the schedule from materials, that's unnecessary. That's useless. But searching for mail isn't useless. Searching for mail, that's what you guys wanted. Fucking retards, man. And these people are a bunch of liars, because when have you guys ever seen a community beg for a mail search function? Notice how all of a sudden everybody is talking about the mail search function because CCs are making videos on it. After I made that video talking about the mail search function, now everybody is talking about it. Now you see everybody going to the comment section in HoyoLab talking about it. They never wanted this shit. The only reason why they're talking about it is because they notice that a lot of CCs are making videos spreading awareness that this is the most useless quality of life update ever. And that's why they're talking about it. I'm telling you guys, these people only operate, like, these people only defend the game, man. That's all they do. All they do is defend and dick suck the company, bro. It's embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing, man. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I'm glad to see the fact that some people actually have, you know, like, these people actually have a brain in here. But are you serious? Are we seriously defending Mel? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous, man. Look at this guy. So true. And these kids still complain. Just crazy. These are bots, bro. These have to be bots created by Hoyoverse, because there's no way that a real life human being is excited to search for Mel. There's no fucking way. There is no way that you're excited to search for Mel. You prefer Mel over a skip button. You prefer Mel over artifact loadouts. You prefer Mel over the developers removing the schedule from the game. You prefer Mel over the developers removing boss RNG. You prefer Mel instead. Are you kidding me? I would really like to tell you, but I don't have the knowledge nor the resources to give you an appropriate answer. We just have to wait for an explanation or for the upgrades. So you mean to tell me after the past 5 fucking years, your response to players who are complaining about the lack of quality of life updates, meaningful quality of life updates, your response to that is just wait. Yeah, man, after 5 years, man, just wait, bro. Just wait. Oh, you want artifact loadouts? Just be patient, man. It's gonna come soon. Yeah, after 5 fucking years, we should still wait. Meanwhile, Wuthering Waves, the game hasn't even been out for a year, and they have artifact loadouts. Like, what the fuck is this community? What is this community? Any update for certain teapot is good news to my ears. People cry all the time, and all they do is keep crying while playing, giving so many reasons to keep playing. True, this community is hilarious. This community is fucking cooked, man. This community is beyond cooked. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. Like, this community is beyond cooked, bro. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, if we're excited for mail search button, I mean, at this point, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Hoyoverse decide to add, I don't know, dandruff to, I don't know, like, these characters now have dandruff and they're like, let's go, we have dandruff now. Like, I don't get it, man. I seriously don't get it. This is beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous, bro. This is beyond ridiculous, guys. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. Look at this. Just because the things you wanted did not appear doesn't mean other changes aren't good. These are actually helpful optimizations, but feel free to complain for what you want without badmouthing the existing changes. I need them. This is very fair. Nothing wrong with enjoying the new feature changes if you truly enjoy them. Oh my. I'm about to throw up, bro. I'm about to throw up. What are you enjoying? When we come back up here, what are you enjoying in this developers discussion? The artifact, the elixir thing, sure that's decent, but you only get like 2 rolls max, right? You only get 2 rolls max, and that's it. That's the only good thing. Other than that, quest tracking optimization, boss guides, Serenity Pot, and Mel. You mean to tell me that you're gonna spend the entire day just, you know, scrolling through Mel, going through Serenity Pot, you know, just going back and forth with the boss guide, clicking tracking guide over and over again? Like, you mean to tell me you're gonna enjoy this? Like, this is what you're gonna enjoy? We're finally gonna enjoy searching for Mel now. Yes, we should be grateful. We should be licking Dalway's boots right now. We should be licking his boot because they're trying. I'm telling y'all, man, the bare minimum, bro. The bare minimum. That's exactly why this game is cooked, my nigga. Because when you look at hoyoverse, hoyoverse is literally filled with a bunch of retards who never touch grass in their entire fucking life. These people are honestly pathetic, bro. Like, whenever they drop a developer's discussion, I just go to hoyoverse just to see these comments, because it's beyond ridiculous to me how you have a bunch of people sitting behind their computer saying that they're actually excited for a search button in a video game. I have never seen that in my entire life. And remember, guys, this is a video game. This is a video game we're talking about. Genshin Impact, a video game. Imagine if Diablo, imagine if FIFA, imagine they had a developers discussion and they said, hey guys, we decided to add a search button for your characters. You can now search for your characters. How much you guys want to bet the whole community would be like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Nobody gives a fuck, because people who play FIFA, people who play Diablo, they're mostly grown adults. They're mostly like grown people. That's like the majority of the community is grown adults. Meanwhile, when it comes to Genshin Impact, it feels like when it comes to Genshin Impact, the majority of the community is literally children. It's really kids. 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds. It's literally children who are playing this game, bro. And that's why I feel like whenever I'm reading these comments here, I feel like it's a kid behind this comment. There is a kid who wrote this shit, because there is no way an adult, a grown adult, 30 years old, is typing down how much they love birthday mail from a fictional character. There's no fucking way. And this comment right here, guys, you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Once again, they're trying to find multiple reasons as of to why artifact loadouts are unnecessary. But you look at the mail search button, their response to that is, oh, we're just going to ignore that. We're either going to glaze it or we're just going to ignore it. I'm telling you guys, the hypocrisy in this community, it's gatekeeping. It's given gatekeeping. You guys are trying to find so many reasons as to why the developers for hoyoverse are doing a great job. You know, why do we need artifact loadouts? Like, look at this. Some people keep saying no artifact loadouts for what specific character going to use it. Raiden Shogun, character that can use EM build and hyper build. To be honest, I have a lot of characters and most of them are outdated. Whatever. Some old characters are not going to do the same damage as the meta characters. Fucking good. This guy doesn't even understand who the Traveler is. The Traveler literally has multiple elements. You know how many times players have to switch builds for the Traveler? You have Dendro Traveler, right? Hydro Traveler. You got Pyro Traveler. All these different elements for Traveler, and players have to constantly switch their build whenever they swap the element for the Traveler. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. There are some characters in the game that function with multiple sets. Plus, you have substats, right? Let's say that I am grinding for a character. I'm grinding for a specific artifact set for that character. And let's say that I get a specific, like I get a set, an artifact set for that character. But, you know, I get another set, like I'm getting other pieces that have better substats. You know, let's say that the substats I have right now are decent, and I can use it on a different character who has trash artifacts, and they use the same set that the character that I'm using right now. For example, let's say Bennett, right? Bennett, I'm putting Noblesse set on him, and there's another character who can use Noblesse set. For example, Jangling, wherever her name is, or she uses the ER set, right? There are multiple reasons why players want artifact loadouts. It just makes things easier. If players want to switch builds, let them switch builds. It's like the fact that we have to sit here and argue with people as up to why you don't need an artifact loadout. But when somebody says that they don't care about mail search function, all of a sudden that's a problem. Like, this just goes to show, guys, that these people don't play any other game but Genshin Impact. They don't play anything else but Genshin Impact. I wrote this little mini script right here because this is pure facts. Like, I wrote this mini script so that you guys can have a better understanding. Playing multiple games helps you develop a more well-rounded perspective and prevents you from getting stuck in a single mindset. When you only play one game, your understanding of game mechanics, strategy, and even problem solving becomes narrow. It's like learning different musical instruments. You become a better musician overall because you understand rhythm, melody, and harmony from multiple angles. If you're only focused on your own playing without listening to the rest of the ensemble, like if you're in an orchestra, I used to play the saxophone when I was in middle school, by the way. But once again, if you're only focused on your own playing without listening to the rest of the ensemble, you'll end up out of sync and ruin the harmony. Is that not true? If you're playing in an ensemble, right? And I'm only focused on myself, I'm only focused on, you know, what I view as, like, if I'm only focused on just playing the music and completely ignoring everybody else, right? I'm ignoring everybody else who's playing their instrument and I'm not trying to stay in tune with them. I'm just gonna ruin everything. I'm gonna ruin the music. I'm gonna ruin the harmony. That's exactly what this comes down to. It's like these Genshin shows, you guys need to understand that this is a community, man. This is literally a community. The developers, they try to see what the community wants. If they're seeing that players are constantly dick sucking the game, what makes you think that the developers are going to be like, you know what, let's go ahead and fix this game? They're not going to fix the fucking game because they see that majority of players are just dick sucking them. And that's the issue. You guys need to stop being fucking selfish. That's what it comes down to. The selfishness in the Genshin Impact community is a huge problem. There's a lot of gatekeeping, selfishness, me, what I want. This is all I care about, me. I like Mel, so everybody should like Mel. I don't want artifact loadouts, so the game should have artifact loadouts. Like, the Mel feature is completely stupid, but if they want to add it in the game, by all means, go ahead. I just think that it's pointless for them to add it in a developer's discussion because it's just not worth it. It's a waste of space. You guys should be adding more meaningful things in the developer's discussion versus fucking Mel. If you want to add it in the game, go ahead. I don't care. See, that's the difference between me and these shills. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Mel, you guys shouldn't add that in the game. The difference is that these shills, if they don't want something in the game, like if another player wants artifact loadouts, and if they don't want it, they're like, because I don't want it in the game, then you shouldn't have it in the game. And they're going to be like, the majority of us doesn't want it. And they always use the majority as some sort of, you know, confirmation that, oh, as long as the majority doesn't want this, then that's fine. You guys do understand, just because you're part of the majority doesn't mean that, you know, you're like, what you want in the game is valid. It doesn't matter if you're part of the majority. It just means that the majority is fucking stupid in this community. That's all there is to it. And there's a small minority that has a fucking brain cell. And hoyoverse proves it. And this comment right here is perfect. The portion of players who have multiple sets for one character is probably bigger than the one that asks, hey, Mr. John Hoyoverse, I like to read birthday mail. Like I said, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen any player talk about the mail search function before I dropped the video talking about it, or any other CC dropped the video talking about the mail search function in a developer's discussion? Let me know in the comment section down below, because nobody fucking talked about this. Nobody asked for a mail search function in the game. Nobody cares. Now all of a sudden, when the developers discussion comes out and when they say, hey guys, we added a mail search function, now all of a sudden all these Genshin players are saying, oh yeah, this is what we wanted all along. Yes, there we go. We can now read birthday mail. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, bro. This community is so fucking ridiculous. Such a bad faith community, bro. Whenever you're trying to have a conversation with these Genshin Impact players, they only operate in bad faith. Bad faith community, all they do is lie. Completely pathetic community, man. This is embarrassing. Shit pisses me off, man. So stupid. My gosh, man. The fact that we are excited over birthday mail, bro. This community is beyond brain dead. And this person also brings up a great point over here. Person says, just don't play for like 2 or 4 weeks and get the welcome back event. Then you can farm whenever you want without limits for a week. It shows that they can do it if they want to. The code is already in the game for years. Like that's literally what I'm saying, man. That's literally the point. The developers they can already do it. They can already remove restrictions from grinding for materials whenever you want. They can already remove the schedule. It's already coded in the game. They can do it. They literally turned it into a limited event. They said, hey guys, you can farm for materials whenever you want. Fuck the schedule, but it's only for a short amount of time. We're going to turn this into an event rather than making it permanent. Are you serious? So you're going to make that into a limited time event, but something like Mel, a search function, that's your priority. That's what you guys are going to make permanent in the game. That's what you guys are focusing on. These devs are laughable, man. The Genshin Impact developers are by far one of the worst developers of all time. Extremely incompetent, extremely delusional, and it's either they're unaware or they're just, like, I'm not even gonna say unaware. They know what the fuck is going on. They're just choosing to not listen because they're being ignorant. They're being petty. Because this is pettiness at this point. You guys are being petty. This nigga Dawei getting on stage crying, saying, we don't know what the community wants. We don't know what you guys want. My ass, bro. My ass. You turned the restriction. Let me get this out of full screen. You turned the restriction for materials into a limited time event. And you're saying that you don't know what the community wants? You guys literally let players who haven't played the game for weeks, returning players, grind for materials whenever they want. But for players who are constantly logging into your game, playing your game every single day, players who are loyal to your game, they're getting fucked and they can't even play. They can't even grind for materials whenever they want. They can't even play the game. They can't even play the damn game. I summoned for a character. Oh, gotta wait to level up that character next week. Oh, I got Mavwika. Let me grind for her boss materials. Damn it, dude. I didn't get her materials. I tried 3 times and I didn't get it. Oh well. Guess I gotta wait till next week to get it. And let me say this one more time, guys. This game was in the Game Awards. This game was in the Game Awards. This game, the version 5.5 trailer, was trending number 7 on gaming. At this point, Genshin Impact is not popular because of the game itself. The game is popular because of these cucks, because of these shills, bootlicking the company, bootlicking the game. That's why the game is popular, because this is the most deranged, delusional, parasocial community out there. That's why it's popular. Look at this shit. Absolutely ridiculous. It gets even worse, guys. It gets even worse from here. This is ridiculous, man. So this guy says 2 decent changes, really. This 5.5 live stream better have the brunt of it because what the fuck? And look at this guy's response. Look at his response. Decent. Android controller support already is huge feedback that major people asked since 1.0, including me. You see, guys, accepting the bare minimum. Accepting the bare minimum. As long as we have controller support, that's fine. Leave my multi-billion-dollar company alone. Since 1.0 says a lot, and an artifact change isn't really all that. Weekly boss restrictions are still here. Resin time not decreased. Sanctifying elixir not being available in events are changes we've all been asking for. Look at his response to this, guys. Pay attention. Pay attention. Again, as a veteran day 1 player, me and other don't really care about boss restrictions, as we already built all our characters. Resin also no problem, as we're no longer addicted to this game. Sanctifying elixir, we don't care, but the artifact loadout is still the major request.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
Talk about cope. This is the most cope response I've ever seen, man. All of a sudden, we don't care. Yeah, we don't care about the developers removing restrictions so that we can finally level up our characters whenever we want. We don't care about that. Yeah, like I just spent $600 on this character and I can't even build her. And I don't really care about that. Yeah, I don't care. This is cope, man. This is cope. The coping is insane. And these people honestly think that them being a veteran player, they automatically believe that them being a veteran player means that their take is valid. I don't give a fuck if you're a veteran player. Your take is stupid. They think that them being a veteran player, all of a sudden all their takes are valid. We don't care, bro. Your take is stupid. The fact that you're saying that you don't care about boss restrictions really just shows where your priorities are at. You value things like controller support versus the devs removing boss restrictions. So you're perfectly fine with the developers implementing a restriction where you can't build that character whenever you want. You have to do it on a specific day. And when it comes to boss RNG, you can't even get the materials you need to level up the character. You have to rely on RNG. You're perfectly fine with that? You're perfectly fine not being able to build your character for like 6 weeks? You're perfectly fine with that? You don't care about that, but what you care about is controller support? That's what you care about? That's like the number one thing you're looking forward to, controller support? This community is done, man. This community is beyond cooked, bro. Can't nobody tell me that Genshin Impact community is not cooked, bro. Because this right here, I mean, this is literally evidence, man. This is evidence that the community is beyond cooked, bro. Once you see people start creating reasons as to why the Mel feature is valid, once you see people glazing Mel, you know, like they just look at one thing in the developers discussion, they look at the Android controller support, and they're like, yeah, this dev note is peak because we finally have Android controller support after what, 4 years? Yeah, this is definitely peak now. Community is cooked.